The court is now in session. We call case number 001010. The People versus Machine Learning and AI is now in session. Is the prosecution ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is the defense ready? Yes, Your Honor. There's been a mistake. We will now hear an opening statement from the prosecution.
Thank you, Your Honor. Today, we will hear about how machine learning and AI, the defendants in this trial, have conspired against the people. To steal our jobs, to cause divisions within the community, spread hatred and false messages and information, to ruin political elections, and replace us as the human race.
Thank you, counsel. Would the defense like to make an opening statement now or at the end of the trial?
Thank you, Your Honor. And for my opening statement, I would just like to say that the only thing I'm guilty of is over-marketing and overhype from Hollywood. I haven't even begun to do half the things everyone accuses me of.
For my opening statement, I'd like to say that you simply cannot trial something you don't understand, and therefore it's rather absurd that you would call me here to trial me. It's entertaining, to say the least, but I appreciate the human sense of self-importance. It's a mystery to me.
And welcome back to my channel, Sunshine in My Code. My name is Swahudimu Matlapeng, and today we're going to be talking about machine learning and AI. The two words have kind of taken over the tech industry, with some people excited about the future of mankind and how machines could possibly revolutionize the way we see the world, with other people being worried about whether they'll replace mankind and where will our place on Earth be when the robots take over. So before we get started, let's make an important stop and actually talk about the difference between the two. So AI is a branch of computer sciences that focuses on making computers perform tasks intelligently, i.e. as a human being would. So the original form of AI, the simplest, is always calculators. Calculators do mathematical calculations in a very intelligent way, like a human would, all the way to a self-service till. Machine learning, on the other hand, is actually a branch of artificial intelligence that kind of focuses on us allowing computers to learn on their own without constant human supervision, and this is based on data. So for example, if you give a machine learning algorithm 5,000 pictures of red apples, it's gonna learn how to detect an apple in every picture because it's kind of drawn out what an apple would look like from 5,000 different pictures. And then if you give it a green apple, it's actually not going to be able to identify it, and even if it's a super clear picture with a white background. And this is because based on the 5,000 pictures of red apples that you gave it, it concluded that apples were red, and therefore even though this object has a similar shape, it's not red, so it can't be an apple. In order for machine learning to actually reflect society as is, the data set it's given must also reflect society. And even though it may be difficult to find diverse sets of data, artificial intelligence would allow programmers to actually pre-program certain things, like not every apple is red, some apples are green, some apples are brown. It happens too. At the Hoshi Shinichi Literary Awards, the judges were completely blown away when they found out who the co-author for the novel titled The Day a Computer Writes a Novel, and guess who the author was? A machine learning algorithm. The book made it past the first runs and the first round, and the judges were completely blown away by how well written the book was. And this is kind of scary, but also pretty cool. Like, imagine if you're a writer and you have writer's block, your little AI friend can just be like, nah, I'll finish it for you. You start and I'll just help you with the rest. Microsoft created an AI Twitter account that was meant to simulate a high school girl named Tay. It was all fun and games when Tay was greeting everyone, having a good time and interacting with them, and it got a bit awkward when Tay started saying some sex-crazed, Nazis, racist things online. It all happened because she used machine learning to pick up which tweets would likely get retweets, which tweets are popular, and so on. And it seems like those are the things that are selling on Twitter. And although Microsoft had to shut it down within 24 hours because obviously this just went wrong, it's a win for the people. People always talk about how they experienced racism, Nazism, and all these things online, but oftentimes they get told that they're trying to play some kind of card. But the fact that there's so much data that if you went onto Twitter and created an AI account, this is what it would pick up, proves that this is a huge part of everyone's everyday experience, and these are things to talk about. And it's also kind of scary when you think about the fact that these are the things that gets retweets and attention the most, and these are the views of people. I mean, it's almost shocking that Donald Trump won the presidency by literally being Tay on Twitter. So Facebook had to abandon a really cool AI experiment when two AI bots started speaking to each other in a way that no one understand. It was quite clear they were using English, but it wasn't really clear what they were saying to each other. So this one, in my opinion, is a win for bots because, well, it was their first time, and for a first time, not bad. They managed to speak to each other and back and forth and actually communicate with each other. It's a first iteration. We have a culture of move fast and fail fast, so the bots are doing well. Bob and Alice aren't the first AIs to actually create their own languages and ways of communication. Google's Translate AI also managed to make its own dialect for deciphering the different languages, and because it helped out, no one complained about it. AI can look really scary sometimes, but actually a lot of the other times it's helping the world. The Inner Eye Project uses AI to help diagnose cancerous cells and treat cancerous patients, which is really amazing and makes a huge impact in the world. I actually think AI and machine learning are the least of our problems. There's still slavery in Libya, Zimbabwe recently had a shutdown, and there's been shootings in many other countries, not to mention apartheid in Israel. These are all things that I think we should generally be investing more time being concerned about. But most importantly, how we approach the issues we have now has a huge impact on how we approach the issues we have in the future. If we don't care about what's happening in Zim, Libya, or Israel, there's very little chance that we'll be united enough to fight robots. So maybe let's just work on our team effort skills, and then we can worry about when the bots eventually take over. If you are ever still curious about what a difference you can make for the world of artificial intelligence, you can go to the Artificial Intelligence for Good Foundation, make a donation, and get involved in the discussions around where artificial intelligence is going on, what possible contributions we can make for it, and also importantly, how to kind of prepare yourself for if we're still around when the robots take over. My name is Swahudibu Matlapeng, and thank you so much for staying tuned into my channel. Please subscribe, and you can follow me on social media and tell me what else you'd like me to cover in the future. Thank you.